Yeah, had multiple things going on at once. See, people coming in, people coming in. Let's go ahead and drop that thing. Yeah, we live as most people would say, because that's what you do in these game world. You just go ahead and just tell people you're live, handling things. Happy. Wait a minute. No, it's the 8th. I'm not gonna say Happy New Year to people because again, it is we a weekend already, man. So again, welcome one and all to a brand new episode of 2DopeMarks, your home for Gold Grill Wrestling, brought to you by two individuals who love it, root for it, break it down like southern versions of Paulie Dangerously and Jim Ross. I am your host,
I don't know if you
Brando.
want to be Jim Ross no more.
Yeah, I don't. Good point. We are basically the wrestling version of the Bun B and Pimp C, strictly calling things from a commentary table that does not get broken, no matter what is thrown at us. I am your host, Brando. To my right on the screen, to the left on your viewership, that is D. And hmm, with it being a new year, simple rundown, man. We got merch. We got merch. We ain't. I don't have on my 2DopeMarks t-shirt tonight. D is repping Jeezy the Snowman, circa 2005. But look, we got merch. We got merch. We got bam. That's right. T-shirts, hoodies, all available, all purchasable. Rock with your boys, shop with your boys. Secondly, follow 2DopeMarks on Twitter at 2DopeMarks. Follow us on YouTube at 2DopeMarks. Hit the bell for all post notifications when we go live. We are switching things up a little bit this year. We're going live at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central every Thursday, unless we have an emergency situation, which we will give and tell you ahead of time, such as a programming note for next week. We will be on Tuesday. So literally, we will have the freshest ideas post Monday Night Raw. Uh, Actually, I found out D that Raw will be in Houston, uh, in March, late March, and
Are you going?
we'll see.
You should. You should
We
go.
shall see. We definitely shall see if I'm going to be in the building for that. We shall see. But um, yeah, man. Happy first week of wrestling year for you, D. Um, first
Likewise.
of the year typically means we're gonna watch some New Japan Pro Wrestling to start. And brother, I have not. I'll be honest. We talked with Meek last week. Shout out to Meek, and basically explained why we were gonna be watching Wrestle Kingdom 20 last Saturday
Mhm.
morning or Sunday morning. Depending on where you were in the world. And I'll put it to you like this. Don't think I've watched the New Japan Pro pay-per-view at 5 in the morning since the Wrestle Kingdom that involved Osprey versus Kenny Omega for the now defunct US title. It's been that long.
Um. Yeah, I haven't. This is the first time I actually watched it live. Like I actually woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and watched it all the way through. Full psychopath. Full
Full
psychopath shit.
why okay, so my question to you first off, why would you do that to yourself knowing that at this stage of the game, you ain't as spry as you used to be?
I do dumb shit. I don't know. It was worth it. You know?
Yeah, it definitely was worth it. Like, let's not even, let's not sugarcoat this. Let's not be
Right.
like, oh man, Wrestle Kingdom was win. Nah, Wrestle Kingdom was everything. In particular the two main events.
Yeah.
Uh, Shout out to Yoda's Jew for recapturing the IWGP title, bringing at New Year's Dash, bringing back the version 4 of the I Know I'm Frozen. I literally looked at that. I was like, that is weird. It'll fix itself in a second. We hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on. It'll fix
Do we got
itself.
that elevator music? That do 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 do. Now he just put me on the camera by myself for me to say just dumb shit or whatever. But for the most part, Wrestle Kingdom full card for those who tuned in at 2:00 in the morning, like my psychopathic ass. It was a good ass show. For the most part, if you're not familiar with New Japan Pro Wrestling, listen, listen. You're missing out, and I feel like it's at the best. I feel like it's at the best that it is right now since the Kenny Omega Young Buck days. Um, it's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of died down a little bit. Had this little small break between the creation of AEW with the Young Bucks going over there, Kenny Omega going over there, now Okada over there. So a lot of their major stars left, including, Tama Tonga, Tala Tonga, Wheels of Destiny, them in WWE. So for now, like this, honestly, and maybe I haven't been watching in a while, and which I truly, truly haven't. This is actually a good damn show. Some new stars that I had no clue about actually got me back interested. But I think if you seen me tweet at about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, listen, Kanoska Takeshita and Yoshi Tsuji they beat the shit out of each other. And you talking about for 2 titles? Listen, I woke up for that, and I had my 3-year-old in the bed right next to me because he wanted to beat their poor dad because he had a nightmare. So I almost woke his ass up. But what time did you watch it?
I watched it right around the same time you did. I think I tapped in right around the main events. First one for the IWGP heavyweight title between Takeshi and Tsuji. It was I'm literally watching this thing. I'm like, all right. There's a reason why I think Tanahashi has faith in Yoshi to take this, company to the next level. Because, like you said, during technical difficulties, by the way, New Japan had its glory run, I would say, from an American, leaning in perspective around the time Kenny Omega was chasing for the IWGP heavyweight title, right? You had people who were tuned in when AJ Styles did his sojourn over there. You had people basically when they found out that Styles wrestled Nakamura in that dream match, you know what I'm saying? That was like their first little taste of it, right? But no, New Japan really elevated when Kenny Omega and those other guys, Gene, like literally made it like, all right, so this is really the number 2 company in the world behind WWE, right? And then the mass exodus happened. As you said, the formation of AEW, and then on top of that, this talent trade that they did in, Yoshi was right. If you think about it, in his comments leading up to Wrestle Kingdom, he was like, I don't see why we even do this deal with AEW because it's more beneficial for them than it is for us.
Right.
So that's a pure company, man, 1,000%. Now, back to the match. As you said, yes, they beat the shit out of each other. And on top of that, brother, that Blue Thunder Bomb by Takeshita.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
You ain't gotta say nothing.
The fact that, Yoshi survived that and then was like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna slap this finisher on you and say tap you out and win this belt and unify these joints again. I think that was like the most satisfactory title match for New Japan. Probably since Kota Ibushi finally won the belt.
Yeah.
And they ended up giving him the V5, the butterfly version of the IWGP title.
Yeah. The weak version.
Which I'm glad that Yoshi was like, nah, we're not doing this again.
That thing looked like the old Divas title.
Yeah, man. So that's first, right? So again, if you haven't, seek that match out. Daily Motion typically is the place for some of these things to like just find, scourge up, things like that. But the main event, Hiroshi Tanahashi's retirement match versus Kazuchika Okada. Now, people try to compare this to John Cena in his final match with Gunther. And let me explain something to you. I'm not even going to try to sound like a snob. There are multiple ways to do a retirement match.
Mm-hmm.
You can do the Valiant thing where John Cena hit every single thing he could until he couldn't go no more. You could do that. And then you could do what the hell Tanahashi did with Okada. And Okada was that match told two stories to me, right? It told the story of we're finally getting American dickhead Kazuchika Okada in Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the alternative, he was facing a man in Tanahashi who knew it was it. He knew this was a wrap. He's like, no, I'm gonna give it everything I got until I can't go no more. Cause some of them tributes, the Bumaye knee to tribute to Shinsuke Nakamura.
I mean, sleeper hold from Kazuchika Shibata.
That penalty kick, I tweeted this from the 2DopeMarks account. It was like at least been 4 a.m. because the show ended at 5 a.m. 4:30 so. To be doing a penalty kick with no knees is absolutely insane.
If you're gonna go out, go hard or go home.
Yeah. And he
don't need that knee no more. He don't need that knee no more.
Yeah. So, of course, again, Tanahashi lost because the point of it is not to watch a hero go out with a win in his last match. That's not storytelling. It's not. It's literally elevating for the next person, the next generation to take over. And so, with that being said, I'm giving Tanahashi his flowers. I know it sucks that we lost John Cena and Tanahashi in basically a 3-week span, but both of them put on for their companies. Both of them showed like, yo, you one of them ones. And
I got so not to cut you off. You tapped in and you said, the people comparing it to John Cena and that match and him going out the way he did. Let's be real. Let's be real wrestling fans for a second. You know what I mean? Like, let's honest. Let's be honest. What in the fuck do people think is going to happen when you have a retirement match? You're not going to go out in a blazer. What do you think? You Goldberg? And that's being shady. At the same time, like John Cena, I'm going back to Saturday Night's Main Event. John Cena tapped out. He lost to Gunther in a wrestling match, a whole event that he designed to have the ambiance for it to be the future. You have Oba Femi against Cody. You have Sol Ruka against Bailey. You bring in Javon Evans and Leon Slater, the future. So what you gonna do? You gonna go in there and beat Gunther? For all you dumbasses that want to you booing Triple H, yeah, he deserves to be booed in other situations, but for that, no, he did what he had to do. John Cena was probably the one that said, that's how I want to go out. But why do you compare the match when it comes to Hiroshi Tanahashi? Hiroshi Tanahashi can lose, but John Cena can't? Now y'all gatekeeping doing that dumb shit again. Like, nah, for real, man. Like, be real about the shit. If you're a wrestling fan and you're here for the pops, the personalities, the music, the storylines, all that, take that for what it is. Take it for what it is. Use your imagination. I'm sorry. Like, if John Cena had won, I would have enjoyed that. I would have enjoyed it less than what I would have enjoyed it when he tapped out. He wasn't going to go out on top. No. If anybody goes out on top, then that actually takes away from the wrestling match.
Yeah.
But
go
ahead. No, do your thing, brother.
Yeah, no, real quick. Because we had a lot of people comparing Sting's run in AEW. And here's the difference there, right? Sting is not a legacy performer for AEW. He's a specialty attraction.
Right.
John Cena, we saw his entire career. If you follow New Japan Pro Wrestling, you saw Tanahashi's entire career with that company, right? It didn't go to where like, oh, he's floating around, he's doing this, that, and third. It's not like he's Paul Pierce going from Boston to the Wizards, to the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Shaq. It is literally you're watching one dude carry a company in his own way and make shit happen, right? With Sting
Right.
is different, and the reason why I say it's different with Sting is because Sting was already retired. Like medically, he was like,
he came back.
yeah, he came back, and then in the process of him coming back, yeah, he got that a proper send off, right? It's the same way with the Undertaker. Like Undertaker was so afraid of how he looked in his match versus Roman Reigns, he kept trying to chase that perfect final match, and he got it, I guess, with AJ Styles.
Yeah, I think that was the best one. Yeah, I could take that.
So,
but going back to the match, like I enjoyed it heavily. I knew the outcome, but for Tanahashi to bow to him, and then you bring out Jay White, you bring out Kenny Omega, you bring out Kota Ibushi, who's not healthy, and he still walked that long aisle and got up there. You bring out Will Ospreay, and listen, the Great Muta. I mean, they gave that man the ultimate respect, and you could tell you see how emotional he was. You know, that's somebody that's given his blood, sweat, his life to the business, and for that he deserved all praises from every. And you saw Corey Graves gave him praise on Raw. So for that, listen, that man can never do no wrong over here with me.
Yeah, like come on now. Fans of the game and those who don't care about tribalism in either company, everybody gave Tanahashi their flowers, dog. Like, come on now.
Absolutely.
But from one person who hung up the boots and basically is full-time stepping into the role of being president of New Japan Pro Wrestling, we now go to somebody who relinquished something on Tuesday night. That is the ruler, Oba Femi. And I say that. Sorry, it was a breaking news alert talking about the crazy transfer portal with the Washington QB.
Okay.
Yeah, that was shenanigans. But Oba Femi, after beating Leon Slater on NXT on Tuesday night, a NXT episode that was really strange because you had Tatum Paxley versus Izzy Dane, and Izzy lost to Tatum, but then Thea Hale, and I guess in a make good from what happened with her and Blake Monroe, gets ran through by Izzy Dame, and now Izzy Dame is the Women's North American champion. Weird episode. But the closing shot of the episode is the NXT title belt on the mat, vacated. And I want to put in perspective, there's a reason why we got Trick Williams getting called over to SmackDown, Javon Evans after him getting called up to Raw. We will discuss how strange it was him signing that contract during a commercial break. But again, also, it ain't like we ain't seen Javon Evans on Raw or SmackDown in the last 3 months.
So,
but I'll table that one. Table that one.
Okay.
Table that one because we'll get into that when we talk Raw. But there's a reason why they're saving Oba for last in terms of him picking which show he's ended up going on, because Oba Femi was 2016, 2017 Oscar from a men's perspective. He is
so that's what I was going to say. I wasn't going to talk about Javon Evans.
Okay.
That. So I'm gonna throw a little shade your way because the one question on the Black Wrestling game.
It's the same answer for both. I know it now. I recall it's the same answer for both.
So the comparison was Asuka is the only woman or only superstar in NXT to relinquish a title to go to the main roster. They paid her the ultimate respect. That she never lost. Now, granted, Oba Femi lost a match or two. At the same time, At the same time, they allowed him to relinquish the title, and they gave him the respect of knowing that you are the ruler, you are the dominant one. They gave him the Oscar rub, and for that, he does get it. Like, who gonna beat his ass? Name one.
In his time in NXT, in his time in NXT, he came through as a breakout tournament winner, a one-time North American champion, and a two-time NXT champion. He's only lost twice, to my knowledge, during his entire NXT run. That is the North American title to Tony D'Angelo and the NXT title to Ricky Saints, which he then later got back.
That don't count. He lost to a light skin. That ain't count. On the Tornado DDT, that don't count.
5 of them hoes, by the way. 5 of them hoes.
But you look at it like that also too. Pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I want to see. It's not trivia, but I want to hear your realistic answer. When you saw call-ups from the Black and Gold from NXT, there were maybe a handful, but there were a couple, maybe 2 or 3, that the main roster crowd knew, chimed in on, participated in their entrance. Can you name them?
Bobby Roode. I would have said Fandango, but that was mostly main roster stuff with him leading into Mania with Jericho. Let's see.
I'm gonna help you out real quick.
Oh, Adam Cole.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. Kevin Owens showed up with that NXT title, and the crowd knew who he was. Right, Sami Zayn showed up on Raw. I mean, was it Raw?
It was Raw, Montreal.
For the U.S. title, the U.S. title shot, open challenge with John Cena. Only other person I saw was, Enzo and Cash. But those two, the reason why I present that up to you is because when Oba Femi came out, you heard the crowd, who? And I'm not talking about at Saturday Night's main event. I'm talking about at SmackDown. The SmackDown the night before. They participated. And you see that crowd reaction. Imagine what he's going to get every single night, every Monday. Because it's reported today that he's going to Raw. So imagine. Yeah, he's going to Raw.
Brother. I just want you to understand, if we get an Oba Femi versus Pentagon match, just start your dream bookings with Oba Femi. But the crazy thing about this dude, and I think this is also a testament to how good Shawn Michaels' era of NXT has been, is that, and then also, I give Triple H some credit on this too, is that they didn't just call these guys up and expect like the main roster audience to know them, right? They literally spoon-fed it a little bit. Javon Evans especially. Sol Ruka as well. And now you have a power position where if you told me Oba Femi's in a Rumble and like the final 2 is him and Gunther, I got no issue with that whatsoever. Like, you tell me Javon Evans about to do something crazy and the pop gonna be hella massive. This is the same dude, and his mama posted this on Facebook. That's black love for you. His mama posted him signing his first NXT contract on Adobe Acrobat, the online version where you gotta like write in your name, shit, right?
For real.
Yes, on her table 2 years ago. 2 years later, now he's in Brooklyn at the Barclays, getting said, "Hey, now you're making main roster paper."
Listen, I'm here for it. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited because now you have him and Javon Evans. Excuse me, on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Brick is on SmackDown.
Yep.
And then now,
and also there's your fight for every few right there in terms of Oba and Javon.
I don't think they'll do that. They ain't gonna do it yet. I got a feeling, and quote me if I'm wrong. I got a feeling I would not be surprised if they join forces at a certain point.
Oba and Javon?
Yeah, it ain't gonna be long term. It's gonna be some short shit.
Yeah, I think I can see that. I can definitely see that because again, with Oba Femi, you have quite easily a giant that not only instills fear in people when you see him in the ring because you know he's gonna do some shit in terms of violence, but also he's charismatic. He can talk. He is literally he's the golden child, the perfect example of why that NIL program in NXT works, right? Like he is the gold standard. He's the standard bearer. There's a reason why they call him the ruler. And I'm just shocked that for somehow, some way, NXT actually figured out how to make a dominant male star and it didn't seem forced or weird, right? Karrion Kross had it until Adam Cole pretty much chopped him down to size, and then after that,
I don't think
we got called up.
I don't think they've ever had it. That's why I said they gave you the Oscar rub because they've never had that dominant person that just beat the shit out of everybody.
Not even Samoa Joe, because Samoa Joe took losses, right?
I mean, Joe took losses. Big E took losses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there hasn't been that person that just dominated NXT, and I would love for somebody to tell me different. I don't mind being proven wrong. But
from a male perspective, by the way.
Yeah, from a male perspective, because Oscar was
just to be sure, I didn't want nobody smart athlete trying to be like,
yeah.
What about so-and-so?
I stated that earlier. Oscar was the one, but there hasn't been nobody else from that male standpoint. But if you go, we know he's won the Raw, but you saw that this past Monday, Raw went in some real flashy shit. The Stranger Things, because you know Stranger Things had the little season series finale. I got to start it one day. But the Stranger Things Raw with the whole set and the people wearing the gear and black and red and yeah. So everybody saw Adam Pearce's post. Was it the day before or day of? About
it was day of in the morning.
Yeah.
He alluded to someone who's gonna break down the walls, right?
Right.
And people immediately said, "Oh, we're getting Jericho. Oh my God, we're getting Flabby and Sick Man." Right? I know some people who call Jey Uso Death Man. I also call Chris Jericho Flabby and Sick Man because again, he like Larry Holmes, Flabby and Sick. Work Tupac on Against All Odds.
That motherfucker shaped like a flattened pillow.
So, but it didn't happen. 2.5 hour show didn't happen. We got a solid world title match between Bron Breakker and CM Punk. CM Punk walked away victorious, which I predicted that one. I also predicted the fact that we're going to get new tag team champions because the energy around Rio versus Asuka and Kairi Sane was like, you knew who was going to win. Also, you know, Rhea getting her freaking nail broke. Ugh, that was a nasty picture.
Hey, shout out to all the women that got their real nails.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But what annoyed me so much about that crowd in Brooklyn, also, Becky Lynch is once again your women's Intercontinental Champion because Maxine Dupree got to go on a honeymoon. All right, let's just call a spade a spade. The fact that the crowd in Brooklyn took it upon themselves to insist during Lyra Valkyria versus oh god dang.
Don't do that. Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan. I was about to say the perfect casting for Bride of Chucky. Liv Morgan, to chant Y2J and break down the walls. Like, maybe it's me because getting older, but I am not necessarily a fan of crowds insisting upon themselves that something should like happen just because they read it on a dirt sheet or something like that. And this is not me discrediting like certain dirt sheets, like Sean Ross Sapp. I don't even call it a dirt sheet. Sean Ross Sapp and Fight for
Listen, that man real.
But
that man real.
If you are so caping for a Chris Jericho run at 2025 just because somebody's contract ended at a whole other company and the president of that company keeps dodging and deflecting the question about him even being part of the company anymore, I sincerely ask you this. What the fuck is your problem? Like, I get the whole concept of, oh, it's the first Raw of the year. Oh, it's the Raw anniversary on Netflix. Something big should happen. What happened the first Raw on Netflix? We got Rock versus. No, I'm sorry. We had a Rock appearance thanks to Roman versus Solo for the Ulafala. Right. We got CM Punk versus Seth Rollins for the first time. We got snappy camera cuts. We got a lot of, let's say, interesting and new wrinkles. Like, okay, cool. I say, and then you're like, dang, wait, the show just ended on a random time. It didn't end at a time I'm used to seeing wrestling in. That's interesting. And also, I saw some people online being upset at the fact that the Stranger Things crossover was basically with the property and that there weren't like actual cameo appearances from the Stranger Things cast. And I'm going to say this too. They weren't advertised for the show. Nah, it just said we're just taking it to the upside down. We're doing a theme night. So hey, if WWE decides to do a Bridgerton night, guess what? They're doing Bridgerton. There might be a night where they do well, they can't do what's the show with my girl Julia Garner and my man Jason Bateman.
I don't know.
God dang it, D.
What? I don't watch a lot of TV.
God dang it, man.
Now you gotta Google it.
Ozark, brother. Ozark.
I ain't watched that shit.
Ozark has one of my favorite quotes of all
time.
If
you would listen. If they do some shit with Welcome to Derry, I'm with it.
Well, that's HBO. I don't know that. I don't know about HBO.
That's the other people.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, Raw was Raw. Also, shout out to L Duncan getting that camera time. New
between
lead
L
anchor for
Duncan,
Netflix Sports.
No, let's shout out to Vinny Curry, former Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl champion Vinny Curry in the crowd. What we doing?
You can shout out Vinny. You can shout out Vinny. You can shout out Vinny. That ain't. You can shout out Vinny. It's cool. But again, Raw was solid. Raw was cool. Also find it utterly hilarious that we're about to be in year 10 of AJ Styles as a active WWE competitor, and it's his last one. And if they're gonna start the retirement run with him versus Gunther, then okay, fine by me. But I know it's gonna be some jumping and some excursions, etc., in the process.
I don't like where this is going. I hope they do it the right way. And this is the fan in me, the fanboy in me, because I am an AJ Styles person. They have to do this perfectly. What that looks like, I don't know. What the length of time that he's going to wrestle in 2026, I don't fucking know. Because it could be a situation where, where he could make Mania his last match or make SummerSlam his last match. What that looks like, I don't know. I'm here for it, but I hope they don't fuck it up. I'm sorry, John Cena's last hoorah was kind of a little shaky. It was kind of fucked up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't John Cena, let's say if it was like, I don't know, Kevin Owens, and they did that same shit where he turned heel and then all of a sudden say, hey, I got a revelation. I'm gonna be a good guy again, and copy people's moves. I don't think it'll work the same way. It only worked because it was John Cena. So I hope they get it right.
I don't think that we're gonna end up seeing AJ Styles getting treated the same way. Like, there's not gonna
You
be
better
no
not.
weird heel turn in the middle. It's just gonna be I'm gonna be in this ring and I'm gonna put on banger after banger until I can't do it no more. Because the fact is, AJ's retiring similarly in a way to Cena, and basically like, look, I'm trying to do this to the point where I can still like enjoy my life after I'm done with this with my kids and all that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, it's not as if AJ stopped. AJ kept going. If not for injury, he kept going. And I find it utterly crazy that we're talking about a guy who was basically a household name through TNA when it was on weekly
Mm-hmm.
pay-per-view. Then they did the deal with TNN and Spike, Fox,
Access.
Then he goes over to New Japan and becomes a huge deal. And then now, when you see him at the 2016 Royal Rumble, that crowd literally like loses it because it's like, oh shit, that dude's over here. And commentary puts over his bona fides, the IWGP champion, one of the greatest, the man who pretty much ran TNA, the face who built the place. The fact that we got that for a decade, right, is absolutely just insane to consider, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm also, again, I'm being very optimistic. I'm team optimism with this one because at least with the John Cena one, you know what I'm saying. At least you never had somebody say I'm going on a retirement tour. Now you got somebody also saying they're going on a retirement tour, but at least you know how this don't need to go. You have precedent on how you should navigate this.
So let me ask you this. If you could you're the booker for both retirements, with the body of work that both talent has, who would have the better last year? Who would be who would be better booking? Like who would have in your mind, who would be the person that would have the best run? If you could use the body of work between Cena and AJ, who would have the best run?
In ring wise, I think it would be AJ.
I'm talking about
in ring wise. Oh, you got feuds, promos, etc., etc. I think Cena wins that.
And you explain why.
I think Cena wins that one because, it's almost like Batman or Superman or something like that, right? The rogues gallery of villains.
Right.
I don't necessarily know in totality all of AJ's villains because one's already retired in Christopher Daniels. Samoa Joe works at the other company.
No. I'm talking about overall. This is your booking. You can get anybody
my
you
booking.
want.
My booking. Okay. It's still Cena.
Okay.
It's still Cena because if you say you just throwing out like everything and saying, yo, like I want to see John Cena versus the world, like the old WCW game.
I guess what I'm putting is the body of work between the two. So when I say the body of work between the two, what AJ has and what Cena has, who based on their body of work, if you can run it back with their body of work, who would it be? Is it still
their
Cena?
body of work? I think. Ooh boy, back in 20 years. I think the difference here is because you're a fan of it, like I'm a fan of it, is that you're talking about somebody who traveled the world and has a vast amount of people he can, grapple with. And now, since you put it that way, and you think about it, ooh, yeah, hmm.
So
Alan
I
Jones
asked that.
might got
Yeah. So the
AJ might
people,
got this. Yeah.
the reason why I asked that question is because people use that GOAT word so very loosely, and they use it in any sport: football, basketball, wrestling, boxing, golf, whatever, shuffleboard. I don't know, but they use that word so loosely. But as it pertains to wrestling, do you think that Cena had really the best last run retirement wise, or was it?
Uh, I mean, I don't think Cena had it got good towards the end. There were
For
a
sure.
few awkward things in there because again, if I think I could literally, I might be able to name every single Cena match on this retirement run. I think I could.
You did? No, you did. You recently did.
No, I think I named all. I think I named his. We basically did the thing of trying to figure who did he beat, et cetera, on the way out.
Oh,
But
okay.
if we thinking everything he did on his run, all right. So we got the Royal Rumble last year.
Mm-hmm.
We got Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Mania match versus Cody.
Mm-hmm.
We got him versus Orton.
Mm-hmm.
We got him versus R-Truth the first time.
You got him and Cody. You said Cody, right?
I said him the first, him and Cody the first time. Yeah, I didn't get to the rematch yet. I'm trying to do this chronologically.
Okay.
You got him versus Punk.
Mm-hmm.
You got him versus after him Punk. You got him and Logan Paul versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, which was supposed to be
ass
originally John Cena, Travis Scott, Logan Paul versus the Usos and Cody Rhodes.
ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we got Cody Cena. Then we got Cody Cena 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Cena versus Logan Paul. You got Cena versus AJ. You got Cena versus
You got
Braun.
so you got Cena versus Sami Zayn too.
Yeah, it's there. It's getting there. We getting there.
So
Cena versus Sammy, and then you got Cena versus Dom. Cena versus the Judgment Day in a 6-man tag with Sheamus and Rey Mysterio at MSG. Cena versus Dom 2, and then you got Cena versus Gunther.
So if you go with AJ, you can go AJ versus Christopher Daniels, AJ versus Amazing Red, AJ versus Frankie Kazarian, AJ versus Bobby Roode, AJ versus Abyss, AJ versus Shinsuke Nakamura 2 times. You can go AJ against Kenny Omega, AJ against Bryan Danielson, AJ against John Cena. I can keep going. I just feel like, and this is for the gatekeeping folks when it comes to it. I think that man deserves so much more respect when it comes to his retirement run.
Yeah, I agree. I hope he gets it. I hope he gets to the 1,000% because otherwise, that's going to set a precedent. Like, yo, man, I don't know if I want WWE handling retirement runs anytime soon going forward. Because
because you
that's
saw
how
what
you
happened with
being about it.
Oldberg, and Oldberg forced that, and he didn't get no interview after it, and that nigga still pissed.
Man, bump all that. Bump all that. We knew what this was going to be.
But going to that, like the person that like one of those people we named, Cody. What's next for Cody, Damian, and Drew? Because now on SmackDown, shit's in limbo. Damian done his thing. Cody and Drew done. Like, what's happening?
Well, the reason why I pose this question like this to you before we start the show is because Damian Priest is the dude that wins feuds. And then you wonder what's the follow-up, right? After he beat Drew McIntyre in a steel cage, Saturday Night's Main Event. He reportedly took time off for a shoulder injury, came back. It's like, all right, cool. Now I got this Aleister Black thing. Aleister Black, I beat him in an ambulance match thanks to my fellow Terror twin, Rhea Ripley. And now, would this not make him the number one contender for the WWE title or not?
No. He's going to be a major component in the Rumble. This Rumble season, this WrestleMania season.
Yeah, we will get to those rankings as the Rumble progresses. But my thing with Damian Priest is, at one point he's a champion, world champion at that, right? And we've now gone from him being world champion to now him being arguably the second biggest babyface on SmackDown
behind Cody.
Yeah, and then throwing Sammy in there.
Sammy on Raw. I thought no.
Sammy's on SmackDown because Trick came out in his pimp coat on Friday night.
I don't think he's bigger than Sammy.
So okay.
Sammy said no, but you saw my prediction in 2025. Sami Zayn is winning the Royal Rumble.
Okay, we're still sticking with that. I'm not. I don't know how. Considering some people want to be Darby Allin, I don't know how it's going to go.
Now I will say this: I'm retracting my statement and saying Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble. I'm going to make it. I'm not going to that shit. Can't afford it. I ain't broke. I just got kids.
All right. Okay. Fair. That's fair. That's fair. But reason why I say that with Damian Priest is because he is a guy who you can entrust, right? I don't know what it looks like, you know what I'm saying, on SmackDown these days, because the number one heel on the show is currently fighting for the title in a 3 Stages of Hell match. And I'm like, if you give me 3 Stages of Hell on network television, and as we said before, is Drew going to win this or is Drew going back to catering? Because I can't see how you make Drew McIntyre a credible threat to a title.
Drew not losing.
Why would he lose? I hear you. I'm saying you can't make he can't feel like a credible threat to a title if he loses this, right? Because again, I felt the same way about Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens got his ass right back, literally by beating the shit out of Sami Zayn.
Drew is the SmackDown version of Gunther. They build him up to fight the major babyface and sell a match. Think about this. Gunther against Sami Zayn WrestleMania 2 years ago in Philly, right? 40 and 50.
We were there.
He lost. Then, and you saw the run that Gunther went through before Mania. Gunther ends up winning. He beat Seth. Who does he beat? Who is going to be for the title? It wasn't. He beats Damian Priest, right?
Gunther?
For the World Heavyweight title.
At SummerSlam, yes, sir.
Yes. And so they build that up. Here comes Jey Uso. Yeet. That man wins at WrestleMania the following year. Look at Drew McIntyre. The ultimate hater. The ultimate protagonist. He loses. He wins the title at WrestleMania in Philly. 40 in Philly. CM Punk does him dirty. Here come Damian Priest. Drew ain't been right for a long time. And that man is the ultimate protagonist. He's actually a runner-up in the hater of the year. So I say what I say with that is, it's that man's time. It's WrestleMania season. What does it look like from a standpoint of you losing before the Rumble? You're not winning a Rumble. You're not. Can you win an Elimination Chamber? Maybe. But they got other plans. I don't think you're losing. And again, I'm one that likes to be proven wrong. Prove me wrong and show me something different.
Yep, because otherwise you're just giving me the same old, and I'm like,
yeah.
Like,
that's
make
all.
make us believe that you about to do some shit, right? And just make us believe. That's all we ask. By the way, I know you don't want me to. Do you want me to get you on the game you're not watching?
No.
Okay. All right. I won't be an asshole.
Let me ask you: is it good or bad?
Miami got the ball.
It's
the second quarter already.
I understand that. That don't sound too bad. Yeah, as a football coach,
that is again, that is as much I'm gonna give you.
That means nothing for me. That means nothing for you. You didn't tell me a score. If you told me a score, I would understand. You didn't tell me a score. I'm gonna stay where I'm at right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that. Think about it with Drew McIntyre, and the thing about it with all three of them, right? It is literally, I think 2026 for them is all shit you get out the pot, right? Like Cody Rhodes has been dying to have a definitive feud as champion, whether it be because again, leading into January, his hottest feuds with the title, ironically enough, have led into January, whether it be him and Kevin Owens last year, and now him and Drew McIntyre now. I did not like it last year when I said they should have just put the belt on Kevin Owens for a little bit, and you can swing that bitch right back to Cody with nothing change, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like remember when leading into the Royal Rumble, it was 2001. You had Austin win it. Kurt Angle was still WWE champion, and WWE literally looked at that and was like, "Yeah, nah, like Rock, Kurt Angle, no way out." Ironically enough, that same night was 3 Stages of Hell match between Stone Cold and Triple H. A banger of a match, by the way. I just need something. Give me something to believe in. Give me something to believe in. Or Damian Priest as a potential top babyface or a top challenger for Cody Rhodes. Give me something for Drew McIntyre. Like, you know what? I believe it. I believe in you being number one heel for a little bit of time, at least with that belt. And Cody Rhodes is again, like he's QB1, cool, but that shit ain't gonna mean nothing until we get to Saudi.
Which QB1? Is he JJ McCarthy? Is he Drake May? Is he Jalen?
Are you about to go? Okay. Is he Justin Herbert? He might be Justin Herbert.
I think that he is Matthew Stafford.
He's Matt Stafford in that he is. I like your analogy, and I like your analogy because I can expound upon it.
You gotta put certain components around him to make him better, and he's going to show up.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. But you know what though? Listen, I'm about to switch companies because we didn't talk about this last week.
Yeah.
Willow motherfucking Nightingale. Willow Natasha Nightingale.
The champ. The champ of AEW.
Listen. Willow 2 belts.
Yes, sir.
So I'll tell you where I was, because shout out to Meek. Meek had texted me when when she changed hands, and I wasn't watching. Like I had other responsibilities. I'm like, oh shit,
right there.
Like let's go. And what I went back to it and watched it, the emotion. She already deserved that shit, man.
Oh yeah.
Like like if you look at how AEW moves, they try to pay into it. They try. That's one that deserves it. That's one that legitimately deserves it. Me and you have seen Willow with Faye on the Indies and some more stuff. Like, ultimately, she deserves it.
Oh yeah. So the reason why we didn't see that we didn't talk about this last week is because we had our show literally. We taped it to go live the day before the New Year's show for AEW. And once I realized that Willow versus Mercedes was the main event, I'm like, oh, Willow taking this. And I think I do appreciate the long-term storytelling they did in terms of the ending after Willow won and Chris Statlander made peace and everything. Because if you recall, when Willow lost that TBS title to Mercedes at Double or Nothing, was that 24 or 25? There you go. Was it 24 or 25 that she lost that? I think it was 24.
24.
Yeah, 24. Okay. So when she lost that belt 24 to Mercedes and Chris Statlander attacked her on the ramp, a la the same vein of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, it was like, oh, they just beefing forever. They just got to figure this out. And so now when they reunited, it's like, all right, beautiful. Willow had a celebration. And again, as you said, not only does Willow deserve it, Willow is one of the few women in that division, top to bottom, who generates a reaction out of people, makes people feel things.
Yeah.
Look at it in terms of in full blown, like just thought about it. It's like you're thinking about Willow, you're thinking about somebody who from day one, she ain't look like nobody else in that roster. She must say she's a belle of the ball. She cut her teeth in Japan, got better, became a champion over there, and became a forever babyface. Like she is, in a sense, she's the same vein as I'm trying to think. Because I can't think of a women's wrestler who just stayed a babyface the entire time for their career, right? But I look at her, I look at her like Sting in terms of cult of personality. In
That's fair.
No matter what, people are drawn to her, people watch her, people make things happen, and oh shit, your boys is fighting, by the way. Your boys fighting. Your boys are fighting. These boys are fighting.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not looking.
Good play. Sorry, I had to distract you. I told you, I'm trying not to be an asshole about it. I'm not telling you the score. I'm telling you when they do.
No. You cool. I feel like if you get it too excited, it's like last week. Like last week, you got too excited. I was out moving around, and I didn't look on purpose.
Oh no, I got too excited because I was literally watching like Miami maul the shit out of Ohio State on the line. Like the moment I realized like this looked more like the Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl, I was like, oh yeah, nah.
So when I saw you and your wife text me, and y'all ain't text me to the fourth quarter, I knew what time it was. I'm cool. Mm-hmm. I don't have the mental capacity for that. And this Sunday at 4:30. So.
Oh well, hey, look. But back to AEW right quick fast, right? They had their first of the year show last night. Pretty good show. MJF now has the new number one contender in Meek's Wrestler of the Year Bandito, and that should be a pretty good match right there.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, Bandito versus MJF. I'm here for that. You had Jake Doyle, aka Jake something, pop up and join the Don Callis family. And then you had Andrade come back from Japan or Mexico or wherever else he was to come back to AEW for now the third time. He's the first 3-time AEW signee I've ever seen, by the way. And he also rejoined the Don Callis family. And you know how I feel about that faction. I feel like them people only hang out with each other once a goddamn week, like they co-workers.
They are literally the NWO. NWO, and also, white and black. Yep. NWO, red and black. The NWO, the LWO. Like they are. What are we doing? Or the extended
I don't know. Which, by the way, I didn't even give shout to Yoshi when we broke up the Bullet Club. It's like you realize for the first time in over damn near well over a decade, there's not a Bullet Club faction in New Japan.
Yeah. The thing about that is everybody predicated their I'm talking about companies. They predicated their storylines based off of the groups, like the tandems for the most part. And when it came to that, like it got old. You saw what WWE did to the Shield, Judgment Day, LWO, and AEW, Don Callis family. It was more. But the ops, like it's the
ops,
thing.
What was it? The Paragon, MJF's his initial stable.
Like it's the stable.
Let's say the learning tree, like it felt real WWE circa 1997, which was Gang Wars.
Listen, New Japan took that shit and they evolved. You had Nation Domination. You had the Hart Foundation. You had what was the one with Savio Vega?
Oh,
Los Boricuas.
Yeah, Los Boricuas. Yeah, like I said, gang warfare. Like, hey, are you a minority? Do you need friends? Join these people and get the squabble with these other minorities.
Hey, fraternities and sororities.
Basically. And now, hell, New Japan ain't got none of them. Chaos ain't around no more.
No. Los Engranados ain't around no more. What's the
Suzuki Gun?
Yeah. I mean,
so
you gotta figure it out.
Yeah, again, we've always said that the great things about AEW is that they will make sure that everybody gets a shot on a PLE or a pay-per-view, right? The bad things is they lean a lot into what if you look at it now with without the rose-colored glasses and removed from full context, you look at it, you're like, was that? I say that really did some dumb shit.
Yeah.
It was entertaining, but it was some dumb shit. Like everybody that's in a mid-card gotta be in a stable, like DOA. We need a biker gang, a black nationalist gang.
Apocalypse, yeah.
we need a white supremacist biker gang. We need a gothic cult gang. We need a you need some vice lords. That's what Los Maricos was. You need some vice lords.
Oh, my bad. Wrong nationality. My bad.
But no, this is to sum it all up. Hey, salute Willow Nightingale, who is she's AEW's female version of Sting in that she's forever a babyface and she's forever somebody who's gonna raise the ceiling. We always say this about like athletes, right? In terms of like traditional sports, so like basketball, football. Chris Paul, even though he is, persona non grata for a lot of people, is probably one of the ultimate floor raisers for a basketball team, right? He's an asshole. But man, if he on your team, y'all winning 20 more games than y'all did last year. See the Clippers, see the Rockets, see the Suns. See the Spurs, right? So Willow raises the ceiling.
Bump that. Let's jump into this shit real quick. Cause
yeah. So we got ceiling, we got floor raisers here. And ladies and gentlemen, we are in the middle of arguably my favorite 4-day stretch in sports. My favorite 4-day stretch. Mind you, I'm a big ass fan of March Madness. I'm a big ass fan of, Final Four weekend. But ladies and gentlemen, we have playoff games, college and pro, from tonight until Monday. And with it being NFL playoff weekend with all this going on. D has all the stress in the world going on because his Canes are currently playing Ole Miss in the national semifinal game.
Hold up. You got a game on Monday night that.
I'm getting to me. I'm getting to me.
Don't put this shit. Don't put all that shit on me.
I'm not. What the fuck? I'm not.
And my brain popping on my forehead for this shit.
I'm literally look. You got me squeaky voice. I'm saying you got double the stress because Kane's playing right now. They're up 10. They're up 10-7. So you got that going.
Nigga.
Told you.
Chill out. Chill out. I don't need this type of shit in my life.
You got Canes, Ole Miss right now. You got Eagles, 49ers on Sunday. I got Eagles 49ers on Sunday as well because of my household. And I got Texans versus Steelers on Monday. Before we get in the head of the week, we said that we're going to go ahead and go start trying to figure out, hey, who's going to be winning wild card weekend? Who's going to be advancing to the divisional round of the playoffs? You were going to say something. What's up?
I ain't saying nothing. I just want you to name out the teams.
All right. So, because the Texans are not playing while on the Saturday game to start the playoffs for the first time in their existence, with them being in the playoffs, that is. All right, here we go. Here are your matchups. Here are your 6 games this weekend. I'm gonna start. Actually, no, I'm gonna start with tomorrow. I'm going to start Indiana versus Oregon. Winner goes to the national championship.
Why? Indiana.
They beat Oregon first.
They
beat
Indiana.
Oregon.
Yeah.
They beat Oregon on the road. I get it. Okay, cool. So it's Indiana. So it is likely going to be versus Indiana for the chip. Okay, cool.
It's going to be.
You didn't see what I did.
Us. I saw what you did, nigga. I saw what you did. It was us. Keep going, shorty.
All right. Okay. Patriots, Chargers.
Pats.
I got the Pats too. This ironic enough, I think this is gonna be the 3rd game the Patriots play all year against somebody with a winning record.
My point, Pats.
Outside the 2 Bills games. So yeah. All right. What about on the NFC side, Saturday night? Bears and Packers.
Who do I want to win? Packers. Bears gonna win.
All right. I am going Chicago. The Bay, they again, I know they kind of fell a little flat last week versus the Lions, trying to, they kind of backed their way into the 2 seed, but brother, everybody and their mother is hurt for the Packers.
Oh, I know. That's why I said
I got zero faith in them. But again, rivalry game, playoff, how that go. Bills, Jaguars.
Bills. I'm going James.
Ooh. All right. Now, mind you, if that goes down, that means that if my boys, who are the 5 seed, win Monday night, they ought to, and the Bills keep doing what they do.
I know.
Then then it might be your boys hosting the AFC Championship game at the crib. All right.
I know.
All right. I know you are. All right. The game that should be an absolute ass whooping. I have to sit up for a second.
No, it's not gonna be no ass whooping.
Rams versus Panthers.
Game? No. If you follow me on Twitter, I am Coach D.
Do.
I'm not Coach D because I coach any sport. I coach football. I pay attention to the aspects of every team, the analogies from the. I'm watching literally the front. I'm literally watching all 11 positions on defense and offense.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, Carolina can win that game. Will they? No. Why? Because Bryce Young has not been a quarterback that can pass consistently. The offensive line is fantastic. Rico Dowdle, in former Cowboys running back, he's fantastic. The defense is serviceable. J.C. Horn is a number one corner. I don't think they can sustain that for a long time. So I'm going to go with the Rams.
All right. Now time for the two games that are near and dear to us both. 49ers, Eagles.
Let me share my thoughts. I'm about to break it down for you.
My offensive Go ahead, run on.
Tulo is an idiot. He is. Y'all ever see them when y'all take y'all kids to class? They have a teacher and teacher's assistant. Tom Tulo is a teacher's assistant. He calls the plays based off of what his predecessor did. Now, Vic Fangio, my homeboy, our defensive coordinator, somebody that will be respectfully for me one of the greatest I've ever seen, is going to maintain the game. 49ers don't have any defense. Here's the problem. When you dumb it down for people, sometimes they're going to pass. When you dumb it down for Robert Salah with a hurt defense, with a Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and arguably one of the best offensive lines ever, it ain't going to work. I'm going to be stressed the fuck out. It's going to be closer than what the fuck it need to be. Therefore, I'm going Eagles. Hey, yo, I just seen that.
What up? What up, lovely? Real quick, salute to you. You put in some real branding and thought process in these first 8 days of the year.
I don't like to share. I don't like to put my Coach D aspect out there. Like, that's a whole nother situation for me. That's a whole nother dynamic for me.
We were talking foosball. Previously on the show, you rewind it back. We talked Oba Femi basically being the male version of Asuka in NXT. We went over Willow Nightingale having a hell of a match and having a crowning achievement moment on AEW television last week. We got into Jake Something going over to AEW, and we broke down Raw, broke down SmackDown, 3 Stages of Hell coming up tomorrow night. And now we're talking foosball. So for this game between the Eagles and the 49ers, I have seen
Hey, hold up. We about to extend the show for a minute. Hold up.
Oh hell. Well, why you do that?
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Why you do that? My thoughts on Eagles 49ers. My thoughts on Eagles 49ers boils down to basically this. The 49ers can win if this gets to a shootout. Right? Because we saw them, mind you, we saw them go literally toe to toe with the Bears and have to go from yay to yonder, and it basically went score for score until the Bears had to kick a field goal, right? And I don't trust them. I think the Bears defense is very much so trick or treat.
Don't piss me off.
I think the Eagles defense is like that. And I think that given the situation, I still feel that, that dude who got his house egged, he might actually have something, right? Last week showed me, and I hope it showed everybody in the world, that Tanner McKee is the backup quarterback for a reason. Matchup wise, I don't have any real fear against the 49ers on either side of the ball, given who they got hurt, who they got out, and who even playing. I got the Eagles winning it. You know what I'm saying? Because Jalen Hurts don't lose games at the link in the playoffs. He's 5-0. And they put up points.
Talk to him.
So that's why I got no hesitance or reservation. Now, will my household be a nervous freaking wreck for 3.5 hours on Sunday? Of course. Why? It's football. It's football. But is it gonna be the same way on Monday? Absolutely goddamn not.
Hey, bro.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get to Monday night talking about Texans and Steelers because last Sunday night was, and I put it to a lot of people like this in my various group chats. Last Sunday night was a loser leaves town match between the Ravens and the Steelers. Whoever lost that game, they coach is getting fired. And John Harbaugh lost on a field goal. And come Tuesday, the Ravens said, "Nah, brother, you got to go." To it now, hey, I'm happy for Mike Tomlin that he got 10 wins. He got a division title. But I'm also going to remind you something very, very well. Oh, shit.
Chill out. Chill out, yo. Chill out.
Sorry.
I'm not ready for that right now.
It's a good thing, by the way.
I know that's fine. I'm not doing that with you right now.
But here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers, congratulations, y'all getting to the playoffs. I'm gonna also remind you of this, D, and you're gonna love this factoid. The last time Mike Tomlin won a playoff game, a black man was in the White House. The last time Mike Tomlin won a playoff run, a black man was in the White House. Last time Steelers won the Super Bowl, a black man was in the White House. Basically, what I'm saying to you is, since the electorate keeps electing motherfuckers born in 1946, Mike Tomlin ain't made no runs. And now he's up there facing easily a defense that can put Aaron Rodgers' ass in a retirement home. With a stingy ass secondary, and again, a team that is showing.
Hey, what's the last name on that secondary?
Stingley.
Stingley
and Bullock.
Stingley, yeah.
Stingley, Lassiter, Bullock.
Yeah.
Stingley, Lassiter, Bullock.
Yeah.
And Jalen Petrie, who knocked the Sonic coins out of Rasheed Rice's ass with a Guardian cap on. Again, imagine having a Guardian cap on and laying the lumber on somebody. It's fucking crazy. I have no look. I say the Eagles and the Texans are the same damn team because they got all-world defenses and knucklehead offensive coordinators. I got the Texans win that game on Monday. I got the Texans win that game on Monday. And I'm saying this right here and now. I have no fear about Denver. I got no real fear about Seattle per se, because Sam Darnold is still goddamn Sam Darnold. If there was ever a year for my hometown team to do what the Oilers never could in this city and make a Super Bowl, this the year. This the year. No Pat, no Lamar. Josh Allen got a defense that's suspect as hell, and you basically put the fear of God in that boy every time you play him. Come on now. I got Texas winners. And by the way, some streaks got in. Okay. Steelers don't lose on Monday Night Football. I'm aware of this. I'm aware. However,
they're losing.
The last time I know that. However, the last time the Texans lost a playoff game in the wild card, at least, was the year that Brian Hoyer was our starting quarterback. And
Who?
I recall all the goddamn jokes because we got blanked by the Kansas City Chiefs 30-0. I remember the memes of people having the Chiefs 30 to an image of 0 to crooked. You know him, D. He of Mo City Don fame. Point is, we're not losing that game on Monday night. D, your thoughts on this game before we go to head of the week?
Y'all gonna beat their ass. There's a reason why Coach D is Coach D. I coach defense, and that's not because I coach defense. My name really starts with a D. Like, what are we talking about? Y'all not losing. I would have rather have saw, and that's what pissed me off. That's what pissed me off this past weekend with the Ravens not winning. Because I would have rather see the competitive game with Lamar and y'all defense. But I'm gonna root for y'all because there is a man in your secondary with my last name that wears a number.
Yeah. Like
Now, I'll say this: who do y'all play if y'all win?
So that's the 4-5 game, and how that boils down to is we end up getting the high seed. Well, no, if say Buffalo wins, then Buffalo got to go play. Buffalo got to go play Denver. Basically, any seed that is not like 4 or 3. Yeah, they gotta go to. Yeah, the middle seed. They gotta go to. Yeah, the middle seed is likely going to Denver, and the seeds in the back, the 5, 6, 7s. Yeah, but low seed goes to Denver. High seed goes to who's the 2? New England.
Oh, y'all can beat New England.
I believe so too. That's why I'm like, nobody in this field
so
scares me.
Houston, Philly, Super Bowl. That's right. I'm gonna piss you off on purpose. Love you to that, brother, but I'm gonna piss you off on purpose. And everybody that's in your house.
I'm not trying to think that hard. I'm not trying to think that far out because you understand. Because here's what's gonna happen. Folks. I'm saying this now. If we get an Eagles Texans Super Bowl, first of all, the plans D had to come to Houston the week before, them out the window now. He coming Super Bowl week. Secondly, I gotta treat this like it's Super Bowl week because we're gonna have Super Bowl open tonight. We gotta go do all the things we didn't necessarily get to do the last time he was here. We're gonna and we gotta have the party before the party, and then he is going to talk some of the most ignorant, disgusting, malignant, unfiltered shit for 3.5 hours to all my peoples who are Texans fans, and I gotta sit there and be like, hey man, I mean, game's the game. I have to sit in that same household, wear a split jersey, mind you, because me and the wife gonna look at each other like, well, no matter who wins, we're gonna end up happy, right? Right? Question mark. Which, by the way, I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about that if it happens. All right, because if it happens, brother, I don't know how I'm gonna root. I don't know where my leads is gonna go. But you know what? I do know
football.
Hey, how Rasheed Wallace say it? Both teams play hard. Both teams play hard. But you know what? Somebody who does things a little hard, but he understands his game and how he got to handle it. It's one Trey. Hey. That's right. AKA the man who literally became the menace of all menace when he was Danny Wolf on New York Undercover. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a pull for that ass, man. Yeah, it's time for Hater of the Week. Segment where me and D basically shoot the shit. That is not us talking about wrestling or even sports, but something going on in the world that just has irked the shit out of us. And hey, man, some people need to get called out. I will go first to start the year off, man.
Please do.
So I'm not gonna get hella political. Not even gonna go long. If you've seen the video in Minneapolis of the young woman who was shot and killed by ICE, then you've seen it, right? Like you don't need to go through Zaputer film and trying to figure out how it did what. Nah, the fact that a dude who has less training than your standard police officer, mind you, just decided to raise his firearm and fire into a car the way he did and killed that woman. Like, it's reprehensible, right? It's reprehensible, 100%. I don't care what political party you align with, what side of tribalism you align with. Like, nah, like I'm not going to be able, as a man, as a black man, as a person who inhabits this country, I'm not going to be someone who is going to be cool with quote unquote law enforcement shooting somebody in the face up close that has, especially if it's not considered, an act of war or anything like that. Like the country been tripping 8 days in, right? Country been tripping. So all I'm going to say is rest in peace to Renee Good. I hope people stay safe because I know we said 2025 is crazy. 2026 is already off the rails. Um, I just need everybody to stay prayed up, stay pieced up, and protect your mentals. And hey, if you don't have to share videos of people getting killed on your timeline, do not share them videos because those definitely can send people into a frenzy that they don't need to go to. So yeah, my head of the week is immigration custom enforcement.
My hater of the week. If you have not been paying attention since Inauguration Day, my hater of the week is the person who decided to put HR commercials on broadcast TV with Join ICE to tag in with my tag team partner over here as someone who served in the military, someone who's been trained to do damage. I know what it looks like from a standpoint of being trained to kill. I know what it looks like from a standpoint of, reacting and thinking. And now you're recruiting folks with ICE as you're recruiting folks from the military. And what that looks like for me is the commercials be all that you can be, or aim high, or the Marines, or the Navy, whatever the case may be. You're going into other people's countries. You're training people to go into other people's countries and going to war. But what does that look like from a standpoint of doing it in your own country? You're joining ICE. You're promoting people joining ICE to govern now your own country. And what does that look like now? How would you feel if somebody did that to your sister, aunt, mother, granddaughter, whatever? So anybody that, to be honest with you, anybody that not necessarily made the commercial decides to agree with those decisions with that mindset. So y'all are my hater of the week. From the first hater of the week of the new year for me, y'all are my hater of the week. You try to preach love and Christianity, and you try to put divisiveness with other people, but guess what? You're preaching it too. So what does that look like? Make it make sense.
Couldn't say any better than myself. And that is somebody who served, right? So yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy out here. I literally thought the situation in Venezuela last week was gonna be my hater of the week, only because it's like we got Maduro, we got that dude out of power, but you left the other members of his cabinet still in place. So
Yeah. You try to make it make sense.
Can't do it. They gonna make me, Lord, they gonna make me do a pod. I'm gonna end up getting a pod in a minute, man. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll do it solo.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, 2025. We're in 2026 now, and that is tonight's episode of 2DopeMarks. We thank you for tuning in. Follow us on Twitter at 2DopeMarks. Follow us on Instagram at 2DopeMarks. Follow us on Threads at 2DopeMarks. Follow us on YouTube at 2DopeMarks. Subscribe. Hit the notification button. Find out when we're going live. Next week, we are going live on Tuesday. So we're giving you a raw, honest breakdown of Monday Night Raw. Plus, we went down Friday with the 3 States of Hell, and give you a little bit of a tune-up preview for TNA in their debut episode on AMC, which is tonight, if I recall. Yeah, so we'll give you a breakdown of that too. So yeah, we got computers puting, we got things going on, and yeah, man, get the merch. And D, you want me to say something nice to you before we sign off?
No, I got it.
Okay. All right. He peeped my